welcome to another episode of Chasing Green Arrows. Today we have a special guest with us. We have the Fox Killer with us. Hassan Bhai is in the house. Hassan
What's
Bhai,
up, boys? What's up?
What's up,
First
guys?
of all, know your role and shut your mouth, Abrar. I'm just kidding, Abrar. He's a legend, and it's good to be here.
we have tried very hard to get you on this podcast, and we are finally here. It is an honor to have you in our podcast.
Seriously, man.
And we have the United boys, the other two United boys, Musti, my co-host as usual. How are you doing?
I'm
Happy?
amazing. I'm relieved and I'm happy. Yeah, excited.
Yeah. And we have our pessimistic brother.
Yo, I was scared for like 70 minutes, man. Then when you got the goal, you got a bit calm. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let's dive right into the analysis. What do you guys think? What are your initial thoughts of making top four? Hassan Bhai, let's go.
Well, considering where we were before the lockdown, before COVID hit us, I think it's an amazing achievement by Ole. And of course, getting into the third spot is a good sign for progress. And I think that's the main thing that we should look at right now. Because even if we had gotten to fifth, I wouldn't have minded it so much. I mean, I think it would have been really bad. But considering the way we played, we were quite tired, and you could see that we were really leggy in the last few games. But the way we were playing, the way we were pressing the ball, the way we were moving up the field, the speed of play. So you could see the progress that was being made. And I think it's an amazing achievement. And I don't think we should take it for granted that, he's done a very good job.
I agree 100%. Musti, you want to add any thoughts?
Yeah, I have some breaking news. Tottenham finished above Arsenal in the league. That was the most important taking for today. But apart from that, to be very honest with you, I would take, especially like what Hassan Bhai said about where we were in November, way behind Leicester, 25 points off, like in 10th place. Top. I would never thought we'd get top 3, top 4. Third place is amazing, but at the same time, so nervy for a third place spot today. Nervous till the 70th minute. As a United fan, I don't like that. I would want to dominate a team like Leicester who don't have 3 like amazing players who are injured. So I was disappointed with that. But like if you look at the whole season, right now third is a perfect finish. Yeah.
I agree. Just before I go to Musti, before I go to Yusuf, I just want to say City has been finishing above United for 10 years.
I was waiting for that.
So moving on, Yusuf, any inputs to add?
No, I think these guys covered the basics of it. Like considering the season as a whole, it was amazing. Like we had a really big high when after lockdown finished, and we were just riding this crazy wave. I think 3 or 4 in a row we had 4-0 scorelines. So I think we kind of got brought down to reality a bit. But overall, I'm very happy. Third is awesome, considering that I think City and Liverpool are a step above everyone else in the league. So it was a great finish. But yeah, I'm not happy with the way we played in the last few games.
Right. Don, sorry, one last thing. I think you should, put it into perspective. When I think Klopp came into the club, you could see that there was progress that was being made. I mean, he lost the final in the Europa League, and I think that the next season he lost the final in the Champions League. But then he won the Champions League, and then now he won the Premier League. So you could see that even though he was finishing 4th, 5th, United finished above them, you could see that they were definitely making progress, and you could see the vision of how Klopp wanted, it to be played, how wanted Liverpool to play, and by adding what's that keeper's name? Ederson? No, sorry, what's the keeper's name? Alisson and Van Dijk, and getting a few more center midfielders in Fabinho and Keita and other players, you could see that he's definitely changed the way they play. So you shouldn't minimize what Ole has done, but you should also look at the progress that we made. Did he improve from what he was last season? Definitely. Were the signings better than what they were under Jose or Van Gaal? Definitely. You could see that these guys could just go straight into the team. And then you could see Mason Greenwood and, Brandon Williams coming into the team. And you could see that, okay, he's giving youth, a chance to progress and to play well. So I think he's done a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was my next question. And I think you really ask you about Ole's performance. And I think you made those points pretty clear. Any inputs to add over there, Musti?
Yeah, I mean, I have an opposite kind of point of view. I agree with Hassan by like, especially with Mourinho, like poor football is very boring to watch with Van Gaal as well. But the issue I have with Ole is tactically. I don't think he's still tactically there. Like right now, he's riding on the players we have. If you look,
Um,
yeah, sorry, what were you
yeah.
saying?
No, no. Okay, you finish your point.
Yeah,
I'm going
no.
to
So
disagree
like,
with you, but finish your point.
yeah, but like against like against Chelsea, again tactically off. I feel like in terms of subs, we don't have like I mean yeah, we don't have like a proper bench and stuff, but like we should have rotated the players better. I think in the last few games they were drained out. Bruno shouldn't have played like so many games, especially the FA Cup, 120 minutes. Like I don't think that was. That could have been avoided, and like if we didn't win today, all these things would have come up. I'm not saying to sack Ole or anything like that, but I always feel like someone like Pochettino or somebody like that would be tactically better for United.
See, mostly you mean you're talking about okay, we lost to Chelsea in the semi-final. Okay, we were really leggy, and I agree with you that the team selection was off. We should have not cared about the FA Cup, and we should have played the second team. And why is the bench there? And I agree with you on that. But do you also realize we beat Chelsea 3 times or 2 or 3 times this season already? That
Yeah,
means
100%.
Ole has gotten 3 times over Lamps, and also we beat City 3 times this season. Okay,
Yeah.
we didn't do well against Arsenal. We beat Tottenham once, and we drew against them once. But it was always how do we break teams down that are going to sit back and hit us on the counter.
Yeah.
And that's where Bruno came in. And
Bruno
then you
came
could
in,
see
yeah.
we were just demolishing the lesser oppositions, so to say. So I think Ole got definitely a lot of things right. FA Cup final, semi-final. I agree with you. He got it definitely wrong. But I think tactically we should give him some credit, saying, bro, if you beat Pep Guardiola 3 times this season, I think you've done a good job.
Yeah, I think especially away from home, the way he set up the team on the counter without Bruno and Pogba, that first game, I think at the Etihad, that was crazy from Ole. But at the same time, I don't know. The problem I have is with the weaker teams, and like next season will be interesting to see because you have to be more consistent. You can't be playing like how you played in the last few games.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like let's.
Yeah, there is scope for improvement, but I think that you guys can all take a lot of credit into what is going on for the season, at least, especially where you started off and coming to finishing third. It's a pretty good achievement, I think.
Yeah,
definitely done.
Yeah, I just want to go into who do you think is the player of the season for United and the flop of the season. So I'm going to go one by one and take all your points. Big deal. Let's go with you first.
I think you have to say Bruno Fernandes is the best player of the season by a mile because of the impact that he had. I think he scored 10 goals. Fine, there were 6 penalties, but his impact on the way we played, like you have to give it to him. In half a season, he helped us basically get to third, right? So he by far is my player of the season. Flop of the season, Jesse Lingard, just because like I really don't like him anymore. Like I think his performances have led to him being benched and out of the team. So it was nice to see him score a goal today, but I don't think he has a future with us. And I think it's not his fault he didn't play in the sense that we should have given him a fair chance. He had enough chances, and he's been my most disappointing player. David De Gea, not my most disappointing, but some question marks.
Yeah, maybe a close second there, but nah, I think that's unfair. But anyway, Hassan Bhai, do you agree with those players?
Yeah, definitely. I think Bruno Fernandes, once he came on, you could see that we were a completely different team. I think he brings that type of energy that we definitely require. You could see he's a born leader. There's certain players like an Eric Cantona or a Patrick Vieira or a Roy Keane who will lead you from the front. They're just born leaders. When he was I think he was at Lisbon or Porto. I can't remember where exactly we got him from. I read a few articles that said that he was a born leader over there. He would lead his teams. It was like 23, 24. And he was leading the teams from the training sessions into the matches. And so once he came in, you could see the way he was pressing. He was the first player who would start pressing the defenders and the keepers, and that's what we required. So definitely Bruno Fernandes and Anthony Martial and Mason Greenwood have been amazing as well this season. Rashford has been good, but I think he needs to be a little more decisive. I think he needs to be taking players on more. So De Gea again has been question marks definitely around him, but he's very classy, so I can see that he will come good next season, inshallah.
Yep. For sure, yeah. So, Musti, do you agree with those sentiments as well? Do
Yeah,
you
100% for me. Bruno, best player of the season. De Gea, the worst. Like, I mean, yeah,
agree?
I mean, because like even today I saw a few things. I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like I would never expect something like that from him. But I wanted to ask you guys as well. Like, maybe Hassan Bhai also wants. Like, people. There's a lot of talk about Henderson, but I don't know. Like, won't that be too much pressure on Henderson to come in and be number one next season? Wouldn't you want somebody like a De Gea just to help him out and then play a few games, play maybe the cup games, and then like slowly make his way into the United first 11?
See, I think we have a very good 1 and 2. We have Romero and we have De Gea, and Romero has been quite consistent. He's had amazing clean sheet records whenever he has played. But if you want to challenge for the number one spot, and considering how he is, how De Gea is right now, then yeah, I would definitely bring Henderson in just to put the pressure on. But I don't think he should be competing with Romero to even start the Europa League or the FA Cup or
Okay.
the Champions League, the FA Cup and the League Cup matches. If Henderson comes in, Romero should go just for his sake, and yeah, I would get Henderson back in. It's tough because he's a regular starter, but I would get him in.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I agree with that as well. Like, because if you get him straight into the first 11, Henderson especially, he probably won't be able to cope with the pressure, right? Because United pressure is completely different to Sheffield, right? So,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, looking forward, what do you guys expect going into the next season? What signings do you guys would ideally like to see, and what are your expectations from next season?
Jadon Sancho,
So
rough.
yeah, I agree. Like we need not just him, but I think we need a good center back. I think we need a really good midfielder. Maybe bring back Henderson because we have a good 11, but we have no backup. So we have to build our bench strength. I think that's a big area of concern, especially if you're going to compete on four fronts. I don't think we have the quality to compete on like 4 or 5 fronts with what we have right now. Up front, we're amazing. Like I've said it before, like when we play fast and quick football in the opponent's last third with those three up front, we are devastating, right? And United for the last 25 years, counterattack, 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 right? We need someone better to kind of hold the ball. I think Pogba, he has to think about what he wants to do next season because he seems to be very on and off. It depends on his mood. And Bruno is awesome. Like he'll definitely be just behind the front three, I guess. But I think we need someone in midfield. We definitely need someone better than, not better than, but like we need someone to help Maguire and Lindelof because it's just the quality is not quite there. So I think that's what we need to definitely reinforce our squad. And those are my thoughts.
Hasn't any points to add there?
Yeah, I would go a slightly different route. I think our major concern is the fullback positions because you saw once Luke Shaw was injured,
Huge
our
problem.
game
Yeah.
just went, yeah, our just game just went down the drain because Rashford couldn't go one on one against the defender against their right back because there was Brandon Williams doesn't make those runs, those overlapping runs, and Wan-Bissaka is good, he's amazing, but he's again up front taking people on, driving past them. I don't see the pace and the burst that is required of the modern day fullback. I would say fullback is number one priority, and then I would definitely go for a center back, and I would then go for Jadon Sancho. For me, fullback is a must. Left back because Luke Shaw is very inconsistent. I would say fullback number one. We should get a fullback first.
But Hasib, I just had a question on the right back situation. Like, I think going forward, I agree with you completely. Wan-Bissaka is not there. But defensively, there's probably not many as better than him in the league, don't you think? Especially if you saw the games
I
against
agree,
City. And do you think he can
100%.
improve that going forward, or is just like
He can improve, but I want cover. Uh, Timmy's come in and not done an
yeah,
amazing job. Again, he's not good going forward. He's okay defensively. Brandon Williams come in decent defensively, going forward useless. You could see
useless?
today
Yeah, yeah.
when he was getting the ball, he was again looking for Harry Maguire or he was looking for Matic. He wasn't looking forward. He wasn't making those runs. When Luke Shaw was playing in the last 7-8 games, you saw when he got the ball, he was just running past them. He was taking defenders on, and people who were scared, they were sitting back and waiting for Rashford and Luke Shaw to attack them. So I would definitely, as a cover for the right back, yeah, and definitely to challenge Luke Shaw and make that position his own, a left back,
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
get the center backs or
But
whoever.
so who is there on the market that we can get realistically?
I heard this name. I don't know if he's a left back or not. Ben Chilwell. I think he plays for
Leicester.
Leicester, right?
Leicester.
Yeah, he's good. So
Van Aanholt
I
was
heard,
impressive as well, Hassan, right? The Crystal Palace left back.
yeah,
Going forward.
yeah, he's also pretty good. Listen, anybody who's decent going forward is fine. Defensively, okay. Look at Trent and look at what's his face, Robertson. They're good defensively, but do they care about defensively? They just go out and attack. And did you see the way Trent Alexander-Arnold played the other day? He was unbelievable. I think that's the best fullback I've ever seen. I would put Roberto Carlos and Cafu and whoever is there in that mix. He's that good. So defensively, yeah, anybody can do a good job. Brandon Williams can come and do a good job. But going forward, that's where our width is going to come in. So I would prioritize a fullback. Anyone who can attack.
Yep, I think that's
decent.
Sure, yeah. So, but it is good that you guys did make third. You guys can go ahead and party, and you have Champions League to look forward to.
Yeah. Where did Arsenal finish, Don? I just wanted to confirm.
Is at the will. We're winning everything next season.
What are you gonna win, bro? I really hope you win the FA Cup at least. I don't want Chelsea and all these our cousins going crazy, going ooh Lampard, ooh, fetch your mouth pools.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. Like considering, I criticize Oli a lot, but considering all that, he still finished above the likes of Lampard. I know, before the season, Chelsea didn't buy United board and everything, but still, we were 10th or 12th in November.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you spend 100 million. If it doesn't matter if you spend zero. It depends on where do you finish at the end of the day. Are you first? Or are you last? Or are you second? Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If you have the money, spend it. It's supposed to be the richest club one of the richest clubs in the world. Spend money if you have.
I like that, but
fools are
Hassan bhai, as honest as usual, killing the ball. I think on that note, we'll just let it be over there. Hassan bhai is brutally honest self. I think with that we can conclude this fun podcast and look forward to Champions League for you guys, and we'll see you guys soon.
Just before we finish, sorry, Don, I would just ask Hassan bhai to rate the manager, and you guys to rate the manager out of 10, if you don't mind. Ole, out of 10, Hassan bhai?
I would give him a 7.
7 out of 10. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Give him a 7 too.
7. Don?
Yep, I think he's done a pretty good job. I think 7 is a fair.
If it was Arteta, you would give him 9.5 if he came third.
I would give Arteta 10. If he came third, I would give Arteta 10.
Yeah.
He didn't have the full season. Next season, if he does this, then I'll give him a 4 because he can't continue to be there. But I've seen improvement. That is what is important for me.
Yeah.
So I have faith in him. You have to give him a little bit of time. I think he can do wonders. But and he needs backing from the manager. I think we're diverging from the topic. This was about United. From the manager, he needs backing from the board, and he needs a little bit of time. I think he'll do well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Anyway,
sounds good.
We can call it a day. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, boys. Thank you for having me.